Ready, set, better yet. Got this bitch rockin' like we never left. Big time, big time. All she want from me is just a little time. Flooded out the venue, ayy. I look better than what I've been through, yeah. It's a celebration, ayy. Cause we made it out the basement, ayy. Stay hungry, stay patient, ayy. Then we made it out the basement.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome to Best Friend Chronicles.
The
We finally
BFC.
got this bitch cracking.
Man,
Y'all
been
just
talking
don't
about it for months.
understand the trials and tribulations we've been through just to get to where we are.
The talking, and we talk about it and we don't do nothing about it, and we sit up and, well, you know, we could do this and we can do that, and blase,
Get on
blase.
each other's nerves
Yeah,
all the time.
but that's what makes it the BFC, Best Friend Chronicles.
So we just gonna introduce ourselves a little bit. My name is Maisha. I'm an entrepreneur. And I just be chilling, really.
Getting blazed. Yep.
I am an advocate of herbal essences.
I am too. I just, that she be smoking, y'all be up there. I'm talking about all the way up there.
Gotta be in the clouds. But what you got going on, AJ?
I'm an entrepreneur too. My name is AJ Stubbs. I'm from Mississippi. I ain't gonna tell y'all what part because they get on my fucking nerves.
Damn, I didn't even say where I was from.
Nebraska.
Yee.
But anyway, it's my turn. But I'm an entrepreneur. I just started my apparel brand, 1014. 1014 is the month and day my mom passed in 2016, but it's an angel number that means intentional action, positive manifestation. More coming soon. Can't give y'all too much, you know. You gotta have something to come back for.
I ain't explain none of that.
You got to
See,
get into it.
Okay, so
Get into it. It's our first episode, y'all, so give us some time. We're gonna do it. Hey.
now, when we had the pre-discussion, I asked this man a couple of questions. He like, nah. Then when we start airing, you just do the complete opposite of everything you talk about now.
You gotta go with the flow. You gotta jump in and go with the flow.
Good. Anyway, so I guess I can finish my intro.
Go ahead.
He didn't double me up. I was born in Albuquerque, New Mexico, obviously. But I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. That's where I was raised. That's where I claim. As you see, I got a Husker shirt on. And I got an apparel line, coming soon called Simply Xavier. I'm also doing real estate. My real estate company is coming soon, JDK Realty. And I got a couple other things in the mix. Obviously, Best Friend Chronicles is one of the things we seek to accomplish and I guess use our platform for good and help promote not only ourselves but other people, especially businesses of color.
Yep.
That are
Gotta do that.
Good businesses of support. Because let's be honest, not all businesses, and especially not all black businesses, are supportable.
No,
I would say.
No, it's not. It's not.
But yeah, definitely all positivity. We ain't doing none of that negative shit. If you negative, you joining the block party with no questions. We not arguing back and forth with nobody.
We ain't doing that
None
shit.
of that. So save your typing, save your breath, save yourself getting upset. You don't like what's being talked about, move the fuck on.
Exactly. Because ain't nobody got time for it. Too much shit going on in the world. We trying to make it. Like I've been telling people, man, it don't matter the Corona 19, Corona 20, none of that shit. We gotta make it. We gotta do something. I can't sit still and, when the coronavirus get over with, this and that.
Especially when is the coronavirus gonna be over with?
We don't know. We don't know what's going on with that.
Like, on one hand, you gotta wear masks. Mask is gonna protect you from corona. Then on the other hand, you got motherfuckers saying, well, you wear a mask, you making yourself sick. It's like, okay, so what is it exactly is we supposed to be doing?
I feel like it still can get in through your eyes or something. Like the mask can't. I don't know. I listen to it, but then again, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Do what we do. But
I ain't gonna comment too much on that because
we'll wait for that later on. But anyway, we came about this. Well, you gotta explain it because we met and we were talking. She got to know me, I got to know her. We was talking, blase blase. And one day she said something about podcasts, and the light bulb went off in my head like, ding, podcast. I've been talking about start one. I want to get on one. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. We started talking, and we made it happen.
Finally.
But I think it was me, you, and MJ, and y'all talking about Best Friend Chronicles, and I was like, what is that? And they started telling me, I'm like, I'm finna be on it, but hey, we here.
And finally, like, I've been trying to get this set up for I don't know how many years now, but see, AJ came along, getting on my damn nerves.
Energizer Bunny. I'm ready to go.
And he got me, he got me here, like, 100%, like, got me here.
It was tough, because she hard-headed.
Man, I'm hard-headed than a motherfucker.
Don't want to listen. We argued for 3 hours before we started.
We did argue. We ain't gonna say argue. We debated. We had a debate because we wasn't arguing.
I feel like it's arguing, but when you look at it, man, I gotta say, for me now, with everything going on, me getting older, I'm pretty sure you feel the same way. But a lot of people don't recognize energy. They don't.
Right.
They don't let energy connect. Like at first, I thought she was just playing about it. She was telling me about stuff she want to do, this and that. But then she started saying some real shit about like, how she don't want to keep doing this. Working in the same place. I'm like that too. I feel like things are temporary, but it's temporary to get you to a point. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it's just you doing things until you can maneuver to the next phase, so you can get to the next phase. And like when we started talking, she started telling me about it. I was just like, I'm with it. I always tell her, this your stuff. I'm here to support. She'll ask me more questions than, what do you think about this? I'm like, it's you. Whatever you want to do, I'm with it. We just revamp it, But a lot of people won't start out like that. You know what I'm saying? They're just, but I don't like this. I don't like that. I got to be open. I come from a place where it's very simple-minded, and coming here, I'm just like, I gotta be open, so that go with anything.
Yeah, I'm definitely not open, but
you gonna have to be.
I know I'm working on it. Like, it's a lot of stuff that I'm working on with myself.
Yeah,
because I be. Well, I be on one. Hey, I be on one.
All the time, bro.
Not all the time, but
yes, you do.
That's because just people be. I feel like, I don't know.
Like Rico was the first day I started.
Oh man, the first day he started, I almost got fired, y'all. They was making me so.
She just
mad.
Snapped out. She said, "Well, I can just go the fuck home." Then I was like, dang, homegirl finna leave. Then I thought, okay, I thought that maybe she had a girlfriend that was MJ, but then I'm like, nah. Till they started telling me, like, no. This and I'm like, my bad. I just didn't know.
Everybody,
but
I'm pretty sure half of the warehouse thought that. Well, half of the warehouse thought that after her girlfriend left.
Oh, okay.
But when she was there, everybody already knew that was like what it was. But nah, that's little sis right there.
Right. I feel you. That's my bad. I wasn't judging. I just didn't know.
No, that's
because they wasn't even talking to me at first. When I had the interview, they was like,
whenever they bring a group of new people in, we always mugging, talking shit. They ain't finna last. That one's gonna be the first one to drop off. That's just how.
So what y'all say about me then?
I don't remember.
See how they do.
I don't. I mean, really, it was either okay, he got a little potential, or nah, that nigga ain't lasting.
I ain't want to getting up at fucking 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, man.
Hey, but we climbing the ladder though. We both recently got some promotions.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess
she got hers officially. I'm waiting on mine to get on through. But
yeah, but we're making major money moves. We tired of being broke. Like, I want
That's
to be
man.
working for myself 100% by like in a few months. Honestly, if I could. I mean, I ain't gonna say if I could because it could be done.
Yeah. You ever heard the expression, things don't change overnight? Some shit do.
For real.
It ain't. It's not like it's directly one on Monday and then it changed overnight to Tuesday. But when you working and you doing things like what we doing with this, it can excel. You know, social media, all of that. It's just one of them things that you just stay with it.
Right.
It can go somewhere, man. And I personally, I look at what I do. You know, I didn't mention it, but I'm in a bodybuilding. I plan on doing the show in November. Hopefully, when they lift everything off officially, everything will go right. But if not, on until 2021. But I've been working out for so long that it's just like I know what I want is coming. I done had dreams about it.
Right.
Like you was telling me, you had dreams about, you know, you didn't know if it was gonna be you or MJ or anybody else, but then we here now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, we making it happen.
And I'm happy, man. Y'all just don't understand. Like, how many times did I have to press record and then undo it? Because I'm like,
she had to get the jitterbugs out.
I was laughing. I was cheesing. This is just like a major accomplishment for me. And I'm proud of myself. And I'm thankful for AJ pushing me because, like I said, if it wasn't for this dude, Best Friend Chronicles would still be a dream in my head. That's why I'm trying to, like, use this as an example and go after the other things that I'm trying to do even harder because
Right.
I'm realizing if I'm not putting in work, doing work, it's not going to happen.
Damn.
And that's just that.
Right? Because it's just like what I was talking about with this corona stuff. You know, think about how many people just sat at home. Yeah, you're going to be up in the house. You know, they said stay at home and all that, but not doing nothing. I understand quarantining, being up in the house, but man, I got to move. It's still money to be made. A lot of companies that I follow, clothing companies, supplement companies, they kept on going.
It don't need, we essential workers anyway, so
exactly.
we out there in the field every day.
It didn't stop.
At all.
The time went from being there some days at 4 o'clock and some days 3 o'clock to 2 o'clock.
Straight across the board.
One morning I had to be there at 1:30. But, you know, it is what it is.
Straight plantation style. Ain't nobody liking that. Like, I swear, I don't know how I've been working there for 3 years. I don't see.
I thought it was 2.
It's 3.
Oh.
My marker was last month.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, at least you had a marker, you know, an end date for it. Cause man, I do stuff to put money in this pocket so I can fuel things that I want to do.
Right.
Either way it go, 1014 gonna get off the ground. Simply Xavier gonna get off the ground. This podcast, all of it. You know, I'm not selling for nothing else.
Right.
When I tell people about stuff, and the thing about that, I don't even tell people a lot of stuff no more because I heard a quote. Steve Harvey said it, you know, but I think it's by somebody else. He said, you can't tell a big dream to a small-minded person.
Exactly.
You know, some people, you can talk about stuff, and then as soon as you say something, it's, well, why do you want to go do that? Don't ask why. Just support it. Just, you know, let somebody know, okay, well, that's interesting, you know. Like, but people ain't going to do that.
Nah, you know? Never. Unless they're real. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're that type of person that supports other people. Like me, I'm like a huge supporter of people. Like if I fuck with you, I ain't even gotta really fuck with you, but just like if I know you and I met you and like you said, you know, some people can't pick up on vibes and shit like that. But if I meet you and you cool and you know what I'm saying, your vibe is nice and you say, hey, you know, I do hair or I got, you know, a t-shirt company or I do this, I do that, I do music. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm a supporter of that all day because at the end of the day, I ain't gonna say I expect people to support me the same way, but I want people to support me the same way that I would just be like, oh, okay, you do hair. I look, you know what I'm saying? You good. I mean, I can't be supportive of somebody that ain't really got their shit together, ain't really, popping. I can, try to help you or give you some ideas to better up what you doing. But, I mean, if you cutting hair and your lines is, on a slanted hill, I can't be promoting that. They could be like, what? But, I'm just, like I said, positivity is number one for me.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way, because right now you can't, man, it's now ain't the time to sit up and, bitch and gripe at people about this, about that. You got to meet people where they at, and some people don't understand it. Like, a lot of times they meet me halfway.
Right.
Sometimes you got to go 100 to get them out of their 0 to get to the 50.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That makes sense to people, but I look at it like that, coming from where I come from, like it ain't, it's bad in the sense of being in a state that there's no opportunity. I graduated from Mississippi State University. They gave it opened me up, but it gave me verbal communication. It just gave me experiences, and like when you want to do something, you just gotta go do it. Like I got a degree in communication broadcasting, but I'm in the fitness now, bodybuilding, exercise science, things like that. It's just you take on a new trait. You get into different stuff.
Growing up, I wanted to be an architect.
That's cool.
But I mean, I'm still kind of into that, but just not more say on the architect side.
Right.
Like I went from wanting to be an architect, designing the buildings, to wanting to be somebody in construction, building the buildings. Now I want to be the motherfucker buying and selling the houses, making the money off the buildings.
But you could do all three though.
I could, but then me in school, I tried it.
Yeah.
But I think what happened is, so my first semester, I took one class. Boom, passed the class. Second semester, I took 2 classes. Boom, boom, passed the classes. I'm like, third semester, I've been doing good. Let me try 3 classes. Too fucking much. Working where I work, too fucking much. We weren't even going in that early. I think we was doing like 3:30 back then. But it was like, I would get out of work. I had class at like 11 o'clock. And then I'm in class or at school from 11 to like 4 o'clock. I was like, nah.
That's 2 jobs
and then I was just gonna drop my I think it was my psychology class, cause I changed my major from construction to criminal justice because I want to be a homicide detective, or wanted to be, or like a parole officer or something like that. But that type of shit, you always gotta have a degree. So I was gonna switch it to that. But that psychology shit was just too much for me at the time. On top of the math, the English, like eventually I said fuck it, and I just dropped all the classes. Like,
man, school is
you have to have discipline. 100%.
I feel like, and see, I had a thing that it's like I was in high school. Got a scholarship to play football at the junior college right across the street from where I went to high school at. But after, like, I was in school and I played 1 year and that was it. I just said, I'm finna get on my shit and go to school, finish this out, transfer to Mississippi State and make something happen. But I just always felt like if I didn't do nothing in school, I didn't know what else I wanted to do, because I didn't want to go to McDonald's. It's like factories in my hometown. I end up working in a couple of them, in the summertime. But I looked at it, it was people there for like, this one woman told me, I said, how long you been? She said 10 years. I didn't ask her age, but she was just like, well, I'm 33. I said, so you been in here since you was 23? And I was 23 at the time. I was like, no.
Nah.
But I say that to say this. I used to think that school, I heard people say school ain't for everybody. And in a way it's not. But then again, if you use school for what it is, you can gain things. Yeah, get a degree, this and that. But some people, they so stuck on, I'm going to go to school, I'm gonna get a good job. It don't ever happen like that. How many people you know that went to school longer than 4 years and get out and don't get the job they thought they were supposed to get? Or I can be doing this and making $80,000 to $100,000 a year, but then they working at a fucking tire place or something like that. Like,
I know
nah.
so many people that went to school that do absolutely nothing with what they went to school for.
Exactly. I don't.
That's why I was kind of like leery of going to school too, because it's like, why pay all this fucking money to end up not really using what you learned? I mean, you might use it in some scenarios, but it's not like, okay, I'm applying to what I learned, what I paid to learn in everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not. I'm like, it just like even certain shit I feel like I learned throughout like junior high and high school and elementary. Some of that shit, it's like right now the way my life is headed, I'm not using none of that shit. So I learned some unnecessary information.
Right.
You learn inaccurate information as far as Black history goes, but
Right.
that's a whole nother loom of topic.
Right.
But
And look, do not take this as we down in school. Any form of education, no. We're not doing
education
that.
is the most important.
It is.
Number one.
It's the most important, but the thing about it, there's different ways to get education. One of my homeboys, he was kicked out of school when we was in the 9th grade. And I promise you, anything that's going on now, he might not know the math, the different stuff we did through school, but anything that's going on now, he knows about it. He told me, and this is the words out of his mouth, he said, when I got kicked out of school, it was Google that taught me. Do you remember Ask Jeeves?
Yeah.
He used to tell me every time I used to ask him something about something, because I thought he was so smart. He was one of them people like people that are intelligent, but the quote unquote education people, teachers, all that, well, he doesn't apply himself. It ain't nothing like that.
Right.
It just, he didn't, being in a structured environment like that, doing stuff that's not really gonna help you in the long run, it wasn't working like that, but it's people like that are intelligent enough without being in the school system, you know what I'm saying? But
right.
like, it's
I just feel like the school system really needs to incorporate more of real life into school, because it's like I done met motherfuckers 20, well, I was like back then I was probably about 22, 23.
Yep.
And it's like, it's motherfuckers I know my age, 22, 23 at that time, and they don't know how to use an ATM machine. It's like, and I'm looking like, how the fuck you don't know how to use it? But then I have to think, everybody wasn't raised how I was raised. Everybody didn't grow up how I grew up. So then I just step back like, don't even worry about it. I'll show you how to use the ATM. Though? You know what I'm saying? The simplest things in life. And that's what they need to be teaching in school. They need to teach you how to save. They need to teach you how to, get a checking account, fill out a check, teach you how to invest, teach you how to, purchase a home, or what's the benefits of,
buying property,
the important stuff in life. They don't tell you, they make it seem like, you got to know how to read. You got to know what 2 + 2 is, and you good. You got to know how to, put this little menthol tab in the soda and it blow up in the air, and you good. That's it.
Yeah.
And then when you get out here in real life, you like, well, damn, y'all ain't tell me this part.
When they say life will hit you in the mouth, man, it will hit you in the fucking mouth. I'm talking about, they will not, it's the world is just, it's out there, and even with me, I'm pretty sure, you can attest to it. But it's just like, nobody can prepare you for it. But the thing about it, if you harp on school, you harp on all this stuff, and from the time we are in preschool, Head Start, any of that, but then we get here, and it's just like, well, dang. Of course, you got to learn some lessons. You got to do what you got to do.
Right.
But at the same time, we cannot sit up here and just like be on well, shoot, I didn't know this, I didn't know that. Sometimes you don't know, but you just have to, keep on rolling with it.
I think the camera stopped recording.
So what do you mean?
So we're still getting the audio, but we're not getting the rest of the video.
Hey, it happens, y'all. We still here. It start recording. We'll have it fixed next week, but we're gonna keep on talking.
Exactly. The camera. Oh, anyway, we're gonna
Whatever.
continue. I think the camera cut off is what happened. I gotta fix the settings.
Okay.
But yeah, education. Like we said, we not downplaying education or talking bad, because education is very important. You know, I'm a single mom. I got a 7-year-old. And
J Dog.
I want the best for my son. I want my son to be able to be intelligent and intellectual, and just, I mean, even that, it just kind of ties into, you know, the George Floyd situation. I know we kind of wanted to save this topic for next week, but just talking about it, even if he is smart and carries himself well and well spoken and intellectual, that doesn't change the fact that he's a black man, or going to be a black man, and some people are going to be threatened by that. And my son is a big boy for his age. He's always have been. So he's going to be intimidating off the rip just because he's so big.
Oh yeah, he going to be a big one now. He going to be a big one. But you know, it's that situation, man. It's when I first seen it, it's like when I see stuff like that, I be like, man, you know, like, I don't know. The first thing I think about, I look at what's going on. I look at what's happening, not only to the person, but the person that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, seeing that video of that officer with his foot, you know, his knee on that man Nick, like, they wasn't even saying that. He was just looking at him like, yo, just hush your mouth and just go on and die.
Right.
You know, and not trying to, you know, say anything about it, because you know, rest easy, George Floyd. But man, that's tough. You know, I was listening to, you know, the Secret to Success podcast, and they was just like, that's somebody's brother, somebody's daddy, somebody's friend, somebody's cousin. You know, somebody's best friend. Like, man, that's just crazy. You know, everything that's going on with it, but you know, it's all that stuff is real. You know, a lot of stuff that people done looked over. You know, a lot of people say white people, this and that, and it's that particular group is at the top of the list right now. You know what I'm saying? Right. But you know,
but then at the same time, just like, you know, we say all the time with black people being black, you can't put us all in the same category, because not all of us are, you know, loud and ghetto and obnoxious.
Animals.
Yeah, you know, not all of us are like that. Right. You know, some of us. I mean, I don't want to say it to where it sounds fucked up, but just some of us grew up different. You know, we didn't have the same type of struggles that other black people had. Like me growing up, I feel like I would consider my family middle class. Like, you know, it was certain points in life where, we could have had more money to make things a little easier, but it was like we never went without. Like, and I feel like that's where the difference lies. And especially for me, I feel like that determines your hustle too, because I feel like growing up middle class, not really needing or wanting for anything, I don't feel like I had to try as hard for things. But somebody that ain't never had shit, they try harder. That's how I look at it. Like, you know, people that grew up, mom don't care, dad don't care, or mom don't care, dad in jail, don't have this, don't have that. When you come up and you have nothing, you know, of course you're gonna strive harder to get something. But when you grow up and you're like, nah, I got a little something, you know, you don't necessarily work as hard. And I feel like that's one thing I'm working on with myself, because I don't work as hard as I could, because I would say I'm complacent in life with certain things.
Yeah, like, and you know, it gets to, you can get to a point like that. You know, I done been like that when I worked at a news station, and I knew I wasn't making enough money to pay no car note. The person I was living with help her with rent, this and that. But man, it's just when you can get that way until you really wake up. Think about
Right.
them times when we done talked and I'm just like, man, I'm dead ass serious. Like we done had conversations. I'm like, man, yeah, it's like one of them feelings that it make you not want to eat. I think Future said that.
Mhm.
I think he was talking about how broke he was at one point. I done been to that point where I didn't want to talk to nobody. I cut my phone off. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to sleep. I was just going to work, just doing it because I just was. When it hits you, it hits you.
Right.
It's not like you just somebody can tell you something. And you're like, okay, well I'm gonna start doing this. No, I don't even look at it like that. If you know what's right, you go for it and just make it happen.
Right.
You find out what's right and go for it and make it happen. But I just see it that, like you said, if you ain't never had nothing and you trying to get somewhere, you gotta act like you're trying to keep it.
Right. I'm gonna go get this camera so I can see what's wrong with it real quick.
Okay. But while she do that, I'm just gonna keep on explaining. But it's not, that when you get to a certain point, you okay with it, but you trying to keep it. It's just like getting $1 million or trying to get $1 billion. When I do come into money for the things that I want to do, what we trying to do, man, I'm trying to make it to where I can keep it going. But the people that's done been there, that done showed love and done stayed down and not got their hand out, I'm trying to put them in a certain light to keep it coming for themselves, so they can have something going on.
Right.
And that's what it's about, growth and just maintaining stability, man, and taking off with certain stuff. But a lot of times people don't see it like that, man. And like I watched my mama struggle for years, and we was talking about this the other day. I used to hate my mom, like when my mama tell me that she had to let her account overdraft so she could do this or she could do that. Then I would be getting a check. I said, well, mama, just take this and do this. I know you're going to keep food in the house. I don't really need nothing. Just, take me to school, this and that. I say that at a young age because when it's on your heart, when it's on you, and then it's your parents, think about when they had you. You know what I'm saying? They had to go without. They grew up with nothing sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's one of them things, man, that when something hits you, tired of being broke, tired of working the same job, being around the same people, going the same places, I had to stop all that, man. Like even in college, pledging, the greatest fraternity in the world, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Shout out to the bros. It's not that, I did those things and, just when I got old, I just put them down. But it's certain responsibilities that kick in, man. You just
Right.
gotta take that. I ain't got no kids right now, but I think about if I did have one, what would I be doing? I wouldn't want to be going from job to job, getting fired, going to jail, stuff like that. Cause that's what I'm not no man. I'm a little boy. That'll be a little boy doing it.
Right.
Somebody that ain't got no sense about themselves or know how to take care of responsibility.
Yeah, and that's definitely something that's important. It's just having your mind frame together. Because being an adult, you can't be doing the same shit you used to do as a kid. Like
Right.
that attitude of throwing tantrums, they not giving a fuck about that in the workplace. You throwing a tantrum, you can get the hell out of my workplace. How about that? And don't come back.
You might get a warning.
Depending.
Yeah.
Because me, in my place of business, you acting a fool, you out. I don't give a damn who you are. You could be a family member.
Yeah.
You in here acting a fool, guess who just lost their job?
Your ass.
Boom.
For real, man.
You ain't even gotta worry about your check getting mailed because I'll deliver it, fam. Don't even worry about it.
Yup. It's wild, man. It's just about waking up, and I can honestly say, we done talked about each other, but me and, I call it M, but it's just a connection. People are people will look at it however they look at it.
Right.
You know, all y'all talking about this. Do y'all talk, man? Hell no, it ain't nothing like that. It's about energy. It's about finding, you know, the people you can connect with that's trying to go somewhere too. You know, just like I said, I've been trying to do what I'm trying to do for the past, it's 2024, 4.5 years. You know, in bodybuilding, you know, I go to different expos and, you know, meet different CEOs of different businesses. But if you don't do them things, how you gonna even know what's out there?
Right.
If you don't put yourself out there, how you gonna know that these people will hire you or these people will bring you on just by, you know, them meeting you, them knowing your name and, you know, being out there. You know,
Right.
It's a lot out there that people don't know about that you could really do if you just, you know, change your surroundings. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Changing your surroundings is like one. I'm telling you, I seen a post that I actually posted on Instagram, reposted on Instagram, and it said something to the effect of your day ones might be the reason why you haven't accomplished your dreams yet. You need to get out there, start networking, and find some day twos.
Right.
And every time I think about just how far I've come, where I'm at, and I think about that post, and I just think about, you know, I'm not going to address nobody by name, but I just think about the motherfuckers that I chose to cut out my life, and it's like, look where I'm at now.
Right.
But when they were in my life, I was struggling.
Mm-hmm.
It's like now I look at it like I potentially got 2 new jobs.
Mm-hmm.
We got the podcast going.
And my mic fit.
I got the t-shirts going. We got our t-shirts going. I got a couple more designs I'm trying to get together and stuff like that. But it's like, just off of meeting you, I've accomplished how many things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know for if it's the same for you, but I'm just I look at it like this. I'm glad to have a type of friend that I feel like I am to my friends.
Right. For sure.
And you that's 100%.
Man, it's and I told her, I said in the month of that was last month. Okay, my mama's birthday is May 5th. Mother's Day is the next weekend. I was saying I didn't have everything together for my shirts, but I said before this month is over, I'm going to have my stuff done. Like the design, pushing out there. I ain't got a website yet. It's still in the works. You know, but at the same time, I put it like this. I got my shirts off the ground. I told you, I said, my goal is to be 240 pounds by my birthday in December. I weighed 268 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 28 pounds.
Right.
That's 28 pounds. I'm on the path to do something. Not just saying just because it's hurt, but because I changed where I changed where I was. Being in Mississippi, coming to where I'm at now, I changed where I was so I could have a better life. For 28, 29 years, I've done the same thing. I went to school, graduated, got a job, and then going from job to job, things happening, getting fired from jobs. You know, it's just the same thing keep on happening. It's a domino effect in certain places you at, and it's a domino effect with certain people you around.
Right.
If they not doing nothing, if it's 9 of them that ain't doing nothing, you gonna be the 10th one that's not doing nothing.
Right.
You know, I mean, I stress that so much, and I'm not saying it because I don't know everything. And to be honest, I don't know shit. But I'm just saying.
Either. I feel the same way.
I'm just saying that you cannot sit there and keep on talking the same talk, walking how you walk, dress how you dress. I dress how I dress because a lot of times I don't dress up, but I'm just saying, like, I will dress up, but I feel like every time I put on gym clothes, I'm just like the people I see on YouTube when I used to look up bodybuilding motivation. this and that. When you want something, you gotta become it. And you don't become it when you get there. You become it like putting your mindset, well, I'm walking out this house. I know I'm an entrepreneur. I'm walking out this house. I know that I'm a successful CEO of my t-shirt brand or my supplement brand. Right. You gotta know that shit. You gotta know that you in it, because like I told you before, it done. I'm telling you, this is no lie. You know, I know for 2 or 3 days when I was back at home, I didn't sleep. I did not sleep none. Me and my homeboy used to sit up and talk all night, and I gotta be at work the next day. Go work, come back, me and him will kick it, you know. But at the same time, man, if you really want it, it comes to you like that. When you put it out there in the universe, it comes to you in your dreams. You don't want to eat sometimes. You eventually eat. You ain't don't starve yourself. But damn, like I'm telling you, it eat. I told her it eats at my soul for so much that I want, not just for me, for her, what she want for her son, her family, what I want for my family, my potential, you know, kids one day. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. We can't sit up here and not try to. People will talk about doing stuff, but I tell my homeboys. I know I keep mentioning I can talk a lot of times, but I sit up and tell them like, bro, just go do it. Don't even let me know what you talking about, and just go do it. Like they're talking the same thing every day. It's just talking. Right. You know, like, man, and it's not that it's a problem with. I got a problem with them, but I'm just at that place where it's like Eric Thomas said, he said, if you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, you'll be successful. Right. It's gotta be like that, bro. It's like it's so much that you can do by just simply changing your mindset. Yeah, and sacrificing. Like y'all don't understand how much I've sacrificed even to get where we at. Like the money we didn't have to put out to get this set up, and we ain't even got it all the way set up. You know, it takes sacrifice, because it's like you can look at it. All right, so we gotta buy this mixing board, $100. You put 50, I put 50, and it's like, but we finna pay for $200 or $300 for one. We don't at our job. Let's say the pay just not where it should be. Yep. So it's like you get your check, I get my check. You might be good because your bills might have came out last check. My bills come out this check, and then you talking about, you know, it's $50, and I'm looking at my check like, damn, $50, you know, ain't fitting my budget this week. Right. You know, because, and what I tell you, I said, okay, well, we'll work it out. We'll make it happen. You know, don't worry about it. Just, it may not be the time to get it right then, you know. But, you know. I would say go with the flow, but take action. Don't just flow with the flow. Right, if that makes sense. Right. Because, just like in that moment, it could have been, oh, man. I'm telling you. I don't even know. It's just taking chances, following your heart, and just don't let nobody deter you or make nobody feel like what you want to do is not something that can be done. Or, you know, because I feel like sometimes in life I could be further if I would have just focused on me instead of focusing on what somebody had to say about what I wanted to do, or focusing on, well, this is my friend and my friend's struggling, so let me help my friend boss their life up and get their life together. I spent all this time and energy on other people, and then it's like here I am swimming trying to catch up, like trying to get in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't live by my, you know what I'm saying? I don't have my own home. Let me just say that. I live in my auntie's house. You know, it's certain little things like that I feel like could be different for me if I focused on me back then instead of focusing on everybody else or anybody else. Right. For that matter. So definitely sacrifice. Things can be done. I know we just getting started. You know, we're not to the super success, or we not like on extra stardom mode, or however, you know, you would like to say it. But I believe one day we'll get there, and when we get there, that's going to be one thing to check off the list, and then it's going to be, all right, what are we accomplishing next? What are we
where do you see Best Friend Chronicles going after this? Okay,
Right.
after we reach this level, what do you want to? And I already, like he said, it was my idea, but it's our show. I like to say.
I don't like
But
to say that.
it's like I already have so many things in my head and so many visions just because I have listened and watched other podcasts before.
Right.
And it's just like I can't wait to be able to have a following. I don't really like to call people fans. My plan is to call you family. It's like
Right.
family. But I just can't wait to be inspirational to somebody or be somebody that kids look up to and say, well, if they did it, then why can't I? Because a lot of times these days people think making music, trying to become a rapper or a singer is the way out of poverty or is the way out of your situation.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, it's so many other ways that you can get yourself out of that situation.
Man,
you don't have to follow somebody else's dream to get out.
Right. And man, once I just came to realization about a lot of stuff like that, man, it's like you can be a janitor, you can be a mechanic. Look at your uncle. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I love
That
this dude.
dude is a motherfucking
Man, I
hustler.
love this dude because it don't matter what he doing, what he got going on in the streets, out the street. My man will do anything. It's just like, it's basically what I'm saying is just like you a janitor, you a teacher, you play high school basketball. I mean, sports is cool and it's what's in.
Right.
But what about when that day ends for that particular thing? Not your life, but just life in that particular activity you doing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, man, I'm
And then it also, I
Yeah.
feel like it has to be something that you want to do.
Right,
Because,
right.
a lot of times parents force their kids into playing sports. Like me,
one of mine did that. One of
I
parents
asked
did
I asked my son, what do you want to play? I didn't say, look, I don't like soccer, so you not playing no soccer.
that. Mhm.
I don't like this, so you not. I'm like, what do you want to play, son? And his response was, mommy, I want to play everything. And I'm looking like, well, looks like I'm finna have to strap my cleats on and be at a boring ass soccer game because I don't like soccer. But hey, I'm gonna support my child regardless. Now,
Oh, yeah.
do I hope he chooses something other than soccer? 100%. But if it comes down to it and he likes soccer, guess what? I'm gonna be a soccer mom.
That's
and,
cool
and
though.
I'm just gonna have to live with that.
Yep, I called today. She said I'm being a basketball mom.
I
Like,
was
That's cool.
out
That's
there
cool.
in the field at practice with my youngin, and he was.
She was
Man.
with her son shooting in the gym.
Yeah, it was so beautiful. I could not stop smiling.
Oh, yeah.
It's little accomplishments like that as a parent. Like, I mean, I know you're not a parent, so you don't get it 100%. But it's like
I want to be though.
the
I wanna
little
be.
shit, like going to parent teacher conferences and hearing like, oh my god, he's so smart and he's so helpful, and I just be looking like, oh my god, like I am really raising a young man. Like my son, sometime he get out of character and I have to snatch him up. But overall, it's
I don't
like
like to see that. I don't like to see that.
What was
tough.
that, last week or earlier this week? I had to get off the phone because it was going.
Let me call you back. I was like,
Oh yeah, I
like,
didn't
dang.
even, man, straight attitude. Like, look, I'm finna call you the fuck back because look,
yes, ma'am. Okay.
it was like I ain't even say bye. I just hung up. I'm finna call you back. Bloop. But I mean, overall, I think he's a good kid. He just, one, he don't have no siblings. Two, it ain't no kid. I mean, there's some kids in the neighborhood, but I don't want my kid hanging out with the badass kids in the neighborhood. So it's just,
Right.
he got a lot of energy and nobody to play with. But hopefully basketball will suck some of that energy out and we'll be okay. I had to
The
tell him
man
about,
can sleep all damn day.
that's because he stay up all night.
Man, my man be sleep for about. I told him, I said, man, you been sleep since last week. This man be sleep, but I be like, dang.
Man,
He growing though. He gonna grow.
how many? I had to tell him about 5 times. Quit coming in here before we even start recording. He's
Yeah.
like, "Mommy, look, I made this." Boy, if you don't take your ass,
He made the plant man.
yeah, I'm like, if you don't get yourself out of here and figure your life out,
Yeah.
what is wrong with this camera?
We're gonna get it figured out. It's all good. We're gonna get it
Yeah,
figured
you
out.
know, it's first episode.
We warmed up now.
trials
We
and
warmed up
errors.
now. I'm turned up. Shoot, I'm with it now.
Trials and
I am
errors.
with it now. But yeah, you know, man. And the thing, like I said, I don't like to call it mine because it's her staple. You know what I'm saying? It's what she came up with. But I like to give ideas because I'm excited because she got something. She came up with it, and it's like, man, I can be a part of it with her
Right.
to help. And I'd be excited because I'd be like, the BFC, you know, is going down, this and that, you know, like, it's cool, you know, but even, you know, doing this, man, it's just like, it gives me energy because I listen to podcasts. That's what get me through work. I put it on by the time I get to work, by the time 5:36 come, I'll be good. Okay, we got a couple hours, we be done, we be ready to get off.
Mine
But-
is music.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like being excited about something that we can start and build. You know, a lot of people might not take it, you know, that seriously, but for me, I'm looking at like it's something.
I feel
It's
like I
something
look
that I
at
got to
this
do.
as this is a job.
Yeah, yeah,
Me. This isn't something that I'm doing on the side for fun. I feel like this is a job.
yeah,
Like, and you have to take it serious and be serious about it. And that's what I said. You know, this is one of them situations where it's like what we say on the podcast is how we feel and it's our opinion.
True,
and
true.
If you don't agree with that, then you don't agree with that. You know, like I said, we're not going to argue with somebody else because they might have a different outlook on whatever it is we're talking about. Because, I mean, we sit up here and I'd be like, no, AJ, that's not how it's going to work. He'd be like, man, you don't listen, man. And then we go back and forth. He laugh, I laugh, and then we come to a common ground and get the shit done.
But see, and that's what like I told her. I said, man, it's so funny because it's like, you know, when somebody can make you mad, I don't even be mad. I might be like, ugh. But then she gonna start laughing. She got this big Kool-Aid smile like the Kool-Aid man. I'll be like, man, this is what I said. All right, okay. But it's kind of like, I was my mama only child. But now it's kind of like, you know, it's family, it's brothers and sisters, you know. And that's what
Right.
we, you know, the BLC is, you know, what we're aiming for it. Not just for, you know, talk about life stuff, but it's people that connected with energy and connected with, you know, wanting to further their life and wanting to better what they doing at the
Right.
time, you know, to doing something, you know, and being
Kind of
being
like
active with it.
I would say kind of like a little, I wouldn't say support group per se, because it's not like a group, but you
Yeah.
know, just like a little support system. Like I said, you know, I'm supportive of anybody doing anything positive.
Right.
It's several people that, you know, I've seen watching their videos. You know, they start out making like little funny videos on Facebook, and it's like now I see them now, and they in the mix with, you know, people that's been doing videos for years, and it's like
Yep.
I don't do nothing but support that, because it's like I watched you grind from having 20 followers to having millions of followers
Mhm.
now, and you know, I just feel like it'll be reciprocated.
Right.
Like they would support me in the same way, because it's kind of like I was one of those supporters that kind of got like family. Like I get on his live and it's like, oh, boom, my sister on here. How you doing, sis? And it just make me smile. Like, yeah, you
Yeah.
know, I'm known. Like people know me for, you know, I've helped him out. My friend, he's done a lot of charity. He does a lot of stuff for the kids. You know, and to me that's important. There's nobody more important in this world to me than the children, because they are our future.
True
So
that,
you know,
true that.
I definitely, anything involving kids, I'm all for. I love kids. Kids steal my heart.
Yeah.
I don't want a lot of kids,
Oh, she
but
gonna
I
have them
love-
though. I'm telling you. Once
but
we
I
get some
love-
episodes in, y'all, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna happen. I'm telling you, y'all.
Nah,
I'm telling you.
Nah. But
You know that what she gonna do. I'm telling you. What I tell you?
But I'm just
4-5 more
telling you,
years.
like, nah. It's gonna be one, unless two come at one time. I'm not trying to have look. In 4-5 more years, I'm gonna be pushing 30 or 30. I'm not trying to be raising no more children. I'm trying to be traveling, enjoying having grown ass kids.
Yeah. Seeing life, man. You know, seeing life.
Or having a grown ass kid that can watch their little brother or sister so I can still go. Nah, I'm just
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Jay gonna be like, hell no, mom, I can't babysit this time.
Yeah, man. But you know, it's real, man. And, you know, it's. I'm glad that we got to, you know, do it. We finally doing it. We're supposed to do it yesterday, but today we got it done. You know, so it's, you know, it's just like I was finna say, when you want to do something, my homeboy told me, I used to be like, man, how can I do this? How can I do that? He don't work out, you know, he do music, but he's just like, to be honest, there's no right way to do anything. If you look at it, we watch videos on how to set up podcasts or what we need to do to get the board to connect to this. When we had everything right here, we just was, I know I was looking, you know, seeing it more than what it was and just doing it. But when you want to do something, you just got to jump in it and do it.
Right.
And learn from your mistakes. If you fuck up 100 times, what about that 101 time that you do it and bam, you all the way out there. You know what I'm saying?
Just like, you know, for instance, fucking 30 minutes through our podcast, the camera stopped recording. Why? I think I just don't think you can record that long in 4K.
Why I say that?
Because this motherfucker was hot when I took it out.
Blazing hot?
Like, it was like, I'm surprised the plastic ain't melt hot.
Damn.
So I think we're going to have to cut we can't record in 4K. We're going to probably have to do like 1040 or something like that, which is still good quality.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
We got like 4 minutes left. We plan on trying to make the podcast an hour each. But obviously if it goes over a couple minutes because we're into something deep or, you know, you guys email in or anything like that. That's another thing too. With the email in, I would like to, because like I said, I've watched other podcasts before, and you know, they have people email in their questions. If you know, you just got like life questions, relationship questions. If you want advice or you want to give advice, you know, we also want to eventually get into paid promotion. You know, promoting people's businesses and things like that for them. I think, like I said, that's one of our goals is to support other people and especially other people that look like us.
Yeah.
So, you know, we want to get into that. Like, you know, we said emails, bestfriendchronicles@gmail.com. That's best with 2 S's, friends, best with 2 S's, friend chronicles@gmail.com. We got the YouTube set up, but being that our video stopped recording, I don't know if we're just going to upload a video with the audio for... I keep turning this thing on. I don't know if we're going to just upload a video with the audio for episode 1.
We'll figure it out.
Until we figure the camera out.
We'll figure it out.
But, again, hit us in the email, bestfriendchronicles@gmail.com.
Even on Instagram, on our personal Instagrams, if you want to, hey, hit us up in the DM. My name on Instagram is stargaze.porvida, STARGAZE.PORVIDA. You know, so hit me up. You know, we can, you know, just send it to me the question and we'll talk about it and throw it out there. We ain't gotta say no names. You know, just talking about stuff.
Unless you want to be, you know, I also. Man, we running out of time. But in the email, if you want to be identified, I would like for you to, you know, put your name in the email and put where you're from. That way, you know, we can give shout out to everybody watching from everywhere. But I mean, if you don't want to be identified, say you asking a personal relationship question or something, you don't want to use names, completely fine. Just let us know, hey, I would not like to be, you know, identified. Here's my story. And we'll make up names or we'll say him, her, she, he, whatever.
It.
Yeah.
Anything. You know, but yeah, man, you know, it's almost an hour and about a minute and a half, but you know, we starting out, you know, stick with us, you know, let us know what's up, you know, what you with your questions and concerns, with your moans, gripes, whatever it might be, you know. So
Right.
we here, we gonna keep on going, and after this ain't done. We got work to do, you know.
Hella work.
We got work to do. We got stuff to do. We gotta figure it out. You
I
know?
gotta
So,
get some medicine
yeah.
to finish this workout.
Yeah, she stay on the medicine, but you know, we're gonna keep on going. You know, tune in next week. You know, we'll be posting about it on our pages, and we'll get it out there. So,
and we definitely gonna try to figure out a set day and time to where we're gonna be able to get it released so everybody can listen to it, because obviously not everybody's in the same time zone.
Right.
Has the same availability, so we'll definitely try to get that together for you guys as well. And like he said, you know, just stay with us, grow with us, and let's conquer some new things. We want to help y'all succeed just as much as we want to succeed. So
hey, we ain't done. We'll just be back.
All right, Best Friend Chronicles, we out this bitch.
Yep.
Yeezy.
Living like we in a race, I might come in first and second, but I won't ever be last. Lately I've been in my bag, bro told me don't take my foot off the gas. They give you an inch, gonna take you a mile. I'ma shoot by myself like